You're listening to an AppleViz podcast.
Hello and welcome. My name is Thomas Domville, also known as Anonymous. Now, every so often when I am composing an email or I'm trying to send off a text to a friend or family, whatever that might be, and I'm using the keyboard, and as I'm typing, there is something called predictive text that will pop up. So it tries to predict what you are going to spell out. And this feature, what this does, it tries to help you shorten your typing that you have to do. So you just find the various words on top of your keyboard, tap on that, and it selects that. Then they have this inline predictive text now, which is a newer feature, which takes it to the next step. That allows you to highlight within the text itself and allows you to choose those words. But for me, those are distracting. I am trying to focus, and I am not a multitasker as I would love to be. But as I'm typing along, it just bothers me hearing these words pop up, and they don't help me at all. I want to kind of stay focused and type in what I want. So I'm going to show you how you can turn those features off if you are interested in doing so, and if you are distracted like I am when those things come up. I'm also going to show you some pointers, some advice, some other things you can turn off as well, what they call features, and for some may be distracting to you as well, or it's just something that drives you bonkers. So in order to go and change this settings, we are going to head over to the native settings itself.
Settings. Double tap to open.
Now that you located the settings, let's do one finger double tap to open this up.
Settings.
Now you are going to need to swipe to the right until we get to something called General.
General button.
And we are going to do one finger double tap here.
About button.
And now we are looking for something called Keyboard. So swipe to the right until you get to Keyboard.
Keyboard button.
And at last, we are here. One finger double tap on Keyboard.
Keyboards 2 button.
Now, the easiest way to get to the area that we need to do is set your rotor to headings and go to the first heading.
All keyboards heading.
And now what we're looking for is predictive text. So swipe to the right a couple times and you will find the predictive text.
Predictive text, switch button, on. Double tap to toggle setting.
And at last, we are here at the two items that I want you to focus on. First one is predictive text. And if you swipe to the right,
show predictions in line, switch button, on. Double tap to toggle setting.
And then we have the inline predictive text. So the nice part here is that you're able to select which of the two or both that you can turn off when it comes to predictive text. So if the inline predictive text is driving you bonkers, all you have to do is do one finger double tap to disable this feature.
Off.
Now I have that turned off. Let's go back left here.
Predictive text, switch button, on. Double tap to toggle setting.
Now, if you like that feature in particular, we can keep that on. But in my case, I'm going to go ahead and just turn this off entirely. I don't use this at all. And if you do so, now if you turn this one off, it will also automatically turn off the inline predictive text automatically. So this is one place you can disable both if you want, or if you just want to disable inline, you have that option. So as I turn this off, one finger double tap.
Off.
Now you'll notice that you swiped right, the inline predictive text is also disappeared and is turned off automatically. Now, as a bonus, as I promised here, there are other features that Apple seems to want to kind of push on you and thinking that you need. Now, this will vary by mileage in terms of what you want out of when you come to typing things. So as you remember, let's go to the heading there. So use your rotor, find the heading and swipe up.
All keyboards, heading.
And if you recall, we have the all keyboard. Let me show you some other things here that you might want to consider turning off or on, or just keeping the way they are.
Auto capitalization, switch button, on.
If you like that to auto capitalize as you're typing, so you don't have to keep hitting that shift key, it does save some time. I like this feature, but I'm going to keep that on. But some people, I can understand why they don't, so you can go ahead and do one finger double tap, turn that off. Let's go to the right here.
Auto correction, switch button, on.
autocorrection. This is also another feature that kind of push on you. If you feel like you are really good about typing and putting punctuation, grammar, and things like that, you probably want to turn that off. Sometimes that people will find that it does things differently than you expected, and it's not what I want. I want more control of what I type. Double tap that to turn that off. I am okay with this. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on. Now, let's go to the right, and we're going to go over predictive text, and then we're going to go to the next item.
Predictive text, switch button, off. Check spelling, switch button, on. Double tap to toggle setting.
If you're not a good speller, well, you might want to consider leaving this on. If you feel like I am good at this, I don't need it to correct what I did wrong. And it can be annoying at times because I will put in something that I did mean to spell, and I have to go back and recorrect what it thought I was trying to spell last. So at times I can understand why you would want to turn this off.
Enable caps lock, switch button, on. Smart punctuation, switch button, on. Double tap to toggle setting.
And lastly, we have the smart punctuation correction done for you. I would turn this option off. So those are some of the features that I want to show you on top of the predictive text feature that Apple has to choose from. But the beautiful part, I love that they separated a lot of these different things so you have the power at your fingers what you want to be helped with and what items you don't want to be helped with. But now with the predictive text off, now I can type freely. I don't have the distraction anymore, and it's trying to tell me what word I think I needed, but which I don't, whatever not. Predictive text is now off, and with the option if you just want the inline turned off, but keep the predictive text there so you can still be able to access towards the top part of your keyboard and whatnot. So I hope these were very helpful and for something for you to decide and to set for yourself. All right. Well, my name is Thomas Domville, also known as Mouse. Until next time. Bye-bye.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of applevis.com for the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device. Visit www.applevis.com.